Hello, fellow human. Welcome to day 19 of my 30-day Talk to Camera challenge. Today I'm supposed to talk about a mistake I've made and the lessons learned that came from that mistake. And I'm going to talk about two mistakes that I've made that I definitely don't want to repeat on my upcoming Camino. I leave in less than 20 days. It's blowing my mind. It's right around the corner, and all my thoughts and preparations are suddenly turning to things that will benefit me when I'm walking across Spain. Two mistakes that I want to talk about are, one, the first time I went to Portugal to walk last year, I did not purchase travel insurance. Huge mistake, not going to make it again, and I'll talk a little bit about the lessons I learned from it. The second mistake I definitely don't want to repeat is something that has happened to me a couple times while recording these videos, is that I didn't capture the audio. And I think I know what the main culprit is. So there's a lesson learned there to make sure that during my walk, when I am recording, that I don't have an instance where I record my thoughts and then suddenly find out after the fact that I didn't capture any of it with my microphone. So let's talk about the first one. I didn't buy travel insurance the first time I went to Porto, and that was a huge problem. If any of you have been following along, you heard my story. The very short version is that my first attempt at the Camino de Santiago from Portugal was stopped short because of a medical emergency. Spent 5 days in the hospital in Vigo, Spain. And then a handful of months later, received a medical bill. The reason I made that mistake is because I thought my policy through Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield had global coverage. As it turns out, that may or may not be the case. And I'm still waiting to see how that situation resolves. I paid the bill that was sent to me, then I made a claim. We'll see how it works out. But it would have been much, much easier if I had had travel insurance in the first place. So this time I have purchased travel insurance to cover me for the 42 days or whatever it is that I'm going to be on my journey in total. It only costs about $65, maybe 70. The individual policy covers up to $10,000 in medical expenses, as well as evacuations and rescues, and there are reimbursements for things like flight delays, tarmac holds, etc., etc. The typical travel insurance stuff. So I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I shouldn't have a repeat of the first situation. If I do have a repeat of the first situation, I should be covered, and I could even have a more serious situation develop that I would also be covered by. Of course, I don't want that to happen, but lesson learned here, get that travel insurance. The second mistake, I think it was day 4 specifically. I remember it being day 4, and then I think it happened again, and I didn't even tell you guys about it. But I walked, I did my recording, I recorded my thoughts, and then I get home to start editing and blah, 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 and there's no audio. For a while, I thought it was maybe a bad connection between the microphone receiver and my phone, but I think the culprit is the power supply on my little microphone unit itself. Sometimes it automatically powers on when I take it out of the charging case, and sometimes it does not. So, lesson learned, take it out, make sure the little LED indicators are on that say it's got power, and then when I start a recording, there should be a little pop-up that says, the USB device is recording audio. So that's the second lesson learned, and how I hope to avoid having those problems I suppose when it comes to the microphone, in case I do have any technical issues, my charging case, let me just pull it out here, that I got for the DJI Mic Mini, let me open it up. You can see there's 2 slots in here for microphones, wireless mics. So I've got a backup in case the first one goes on the fritz or it gets lost or damaged or whatever. And if neither of them get damaged, then potentially I can record a conversation that I'm having with somebody else. I'm not sure if that's something that I'm going to seek to do or not, but we'll see. I like having that backup plan. So those are a couple of mistakes that I made that I learned lessons from. I'm applying them directly in the near term, so I do not repeat those mistakes on my Camino Frances. Less than 3 weeks. Super excited. And that's it for the day. Day 19 in the books. Day 20 is tomorrow. That's 2/3 of the way through. I'm just smashing these milestones, even though I took a little bit of a break. I hope I see you guys for the rest of this project, this challenge. And I certainly hope anybody that's watching follows along for my journey through Spain. Ciao.